Vegas Live with Ninon. I'm Ninon, your host, and of course you know where we are. We're down at the Arts House Theatre, which is in the Arts Center in Las Vegas. I have Anabella Corro with me. And Anabella, if you go back, I don't know, a couple of years or so now, I guess it must be, Anabella was a regular on my show. We used to do all this astrology things and all sorts of stuff going on because I love astrology, number one. I don't know if I go by the guidelines or whether I understand. Hey, Anabella, do I understand?
I think you subconsciously understand everything, darling. You're a very old soul.
That's a compliment. You come on my show anytime. But we used to do the astrology, you know, we used to do all sorts of different things.
Did. We started with international connections, which was amazing. We covered pop culture, fashion, music,
everything going
whoever
on.
was showing in town.
Yes.
And then we went into astrology because we noticed that your audience really appreciated knowing where the moon was.
Well, I think everybody wants to know where they're going, what they're doing, how they are. Am I good? Am I bad? Am I going the right direction? Should I find love? Should I leave love? What should
right,
I?
exactly.
Well, you know, and especially now.
Oh, totally. Well,
now we've got Libra in something now.
Well, right now the sun just went into Libra. The moon is in Aries. We just came out of a full moon in Pisces. So there's this moon in Aries. It really gives us fuel to continue with our warrior spirit.
Yes.
To really stay in a certain timeline where we're going to be more fifth dimensional. We want to be more on a 5D instead of the 3rd D, because the 3rd D is what people...
Wait a second, hang on a second. We're going to do the 3rd D and the 5D. What's the Ds?
The D is the dimension.
The dimension. Okay, she abbreviates
so
it. So
3D...
I don't think you want to know where...
So you'll hear this terminology. 3D means 3rd dimension. Yes. People in the secular world live in the 3rd dimension. In all this fear that's going on the planet, all this shifting.
Well, in the 100th dimension. What dimension are we in?
We're right. This is very 3D. United States is living 3D. A 3D dimension. It's got to do with the fear, with the control, with the
control. That is the word. Everybody seems to want control. I don't want any control. I want everybody else can do it.
And I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because you're an artist, I'm an artist. All of us artists are people who live in the music, fashion.
We live vicariously, by the way.
Writing, traveling the world, interested in humanity.
Are we not always inventing, though? We're always inventing something.
Well, let me finish what I'm saying. The creative people are living in a 5th dimension because we've always kind of lived out of the box. You know, we've created our own reality.
We definitely live out of the box.
Yes, so the people who live in the box, which would be 3-dimensional, are people who are saying, oh my God, what rule should I follow? Who should I listen to? Should I open my door and go and live my life, or should I sit there and think that maybe I'm going to die?
No. Open the door and live your life. Believe
Totally.
me. My greatest saying right now is that we're going all the way to the destination. Where is our destination? So we're trying to find out where we're going. But there's a journey to that destination.
Oh, yes.
Don't forget to live that journey, because we want to pass it by, hurry it up to get to where we need to get to, and we're losing life.
You know what's happening right now is that the people that have done their homework, that have worked on themselves, that always sat there, like did the yoga, did the meditation, ate the healthy food, hung around with people that are also on a high vibration, because it's all about frequency right now. You must keep your frequency high.
Yes, definitely.
In one of our shows, I talked about the 528 frequency, which is the classical music, the Beatles, the music from the 70s, the Beatles music, Mozart. This keeps us in a high frequency, a high vibration.
So, Annabelle, let me ask you a question. Sometimes I really love classical music. I like it very classical, very slow. Then I've got this great big sort of thing about this very romantic, very sexy romantic music that I like. And then I can go into this crazy thing of rock and roll and the heartbeat.
Well,
I think sometimes
I understand what you're saying. I mean, I love to listen to the Rolling Stones or Steely Dan.
Yes.
But when I'm home...
And then boulé. Then I want boulé. Then I want the romantic boulé.
Again, all of music is right brain. So we have a war right now between the left and the right brain. Artists are right brain. Business, corporate people are left brain. Some people don't handle both brains.
Can we have both? We
can, but it's so hard because, we get tricked into becoming a control freak, or we get into it's got to be this way and it's not at all.
No,
and in the arts, everything flows. So you're an artist, you have to know how to flow.
You have to know how, you've got to flow.
You got to go with the cosmic flow.
I think you've got to be very, very open. I think you've got to flow. But I also think you need a business mind as well. I happen to do real estate and I also have an antique store, and then I have my crazy entertainment side of
Exactly.
it.
But I know that your entertainment side is who you really are.
I love the entertainment. Yeah, I love the entertainment.
I know her.
Yeah, she knows me very, very
But you know,
well.
of course, she's got this wonderful discipline to, yes, we all do.
Yes.
Look, I have a business, I'm a life coach. So I run my life coaching as a business. But it's always with connecting people back to the essence of who they are.
Well, it's normally people we have involved in what we are. They're usually in the entertainment business,
Yes.
so we kind of capture it that way. Although we're trying to be serious and help them and do everything else, because I do a lot of coaching as well,
I
and
know.
helping people as to the directions and open that box up and try and do something else.
But we have to do it, you see, because we are, you know, in the essence, we are our heart. And whatever the heart needs, we must do it. We do it through art, we do it through literature, we do it through coming and visiting friends, not forgetting the people that touch your life and you've touched their life. Because sometimes people get impersonal. I'm so busy with my business
With
or
what I'm
job
doing.
that I can't sit there and go back and reach those people.
Funny, I was
who
just
brought-
talking to somebody back and forth by text, email, and I was talking about how something is going to happen and can open you completely up, and you suddenly realize that, oh, you haven't lost it and you've come back. And they were talking about passion, and they said when you find that passionate time and you relate to it and get into it, that's it. That's going to be nothing more beautiful in the entire world. And it is so true, because it gives you that incredible feeling.
It gives you the fire.
Yeah, it does. But it gives you the fire, but it also gives you respect for yourself, but also it gives you the power of being able to do other things and feeling good about yourself and helping other people.
Always,
and I think
always.
that's
If we're not of service, there's just, you know, if we're not serving somebody,
No.
and you know, Bob Dylan wrote that song, you're going to have to serve somebody.
No.
You know, if we're not serving somebody, you don't
I
share.
served my husband for 29 years,
And
I
I'm
loved every minute of it.
Yes, and I serve my friends, my clientele, my father who's 90 years
You're
old.
living with him now, aren't you?
No, I live in my own house, but my father, I see him every Sunday. He talks about Vegas. My father was one of the men who built this town, so with his newspaper, El
Yes.
Mundo, and all the
Yes.
good stuff. So, you know, we're all serving each other. This is a time of service. If you are, the more you're giving, the more you're getting.
Absolutely. Okay, one question is that we've got to close out. What's happening? We now got into Libra. I think this is the first day of Libra. I was
Son of-
married to a Libra.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that sort of I'm a Gemini. I know you're all going to go, all right.
Now that you-
yes,
now
so
you
you're
know.
right. You're right. I am crazy. That's okay. I love being crazy. But my Libra husband balanced me out. So now we're going into Libra.
Well, the
And
sun
you
is
just
going to
talked about
Libra,
peace.
which is ruled by Venus. So this is a very creative time. You know, I surround myself with Libras. My moon is Libra. I'm Aquarius, moon in Libra. As an Aquarian, I think ahead of most humanity. As a Libra, I must be around the arts. I must have beautiful people around me and beautiful friends. And friendship is so important for Libra
Well,
people.
we've known each other for many years.
Yes.
Now, I think you wanted me to mention something. You have a book or something?
There's-
What
no,
is
th-
this book?
what-
What is going
okay,
on?
there is a book that's been published 2 years ago called
Okay.
Fashion, Beauty, and Portraits.
Okay.
It's by Clive Aerosmith. It was published in London. It's about 1,500 pages, and it's photographs of everybody who was iconic in the 20th century, the people who made a mark in pop culture in the 20th century. I'm in the book. They actually gave me 2 pages, but it's everywhere from the Rolling Stones to the Dalai Lama, Prince Charles, Tony Curtis.
So it's like a coffee
Henry
table
Kissinger.
book. It's, like
It's definitely
this is
a
coffee-
collector. It's a collector's book.
Yeah,
This
coffee table
big.
style. You can just pick it up and look at any pictures you want.
If you're
and
into the
everything.
arts, if you love pop culture, if you love what the Beatles done, what all these people have done, it's in this book. And I was honored to be given 2 pages. So I'm, you know, it's the first Mexican Vogue model during my time living in Europe.
Well,
So-
this woman was very famous, and she still is famous, but in another way.
Absolutely.
But, yeah, we're all still famous, but we just do something.
Absolutely. And God makes them and they get together. So this is
Absolutely.
why, of course, now coming back to visit, I had to
Yeah,
look
I
up
had
my
to get her on the
dearest.
show, so I got her on the show.
And see you.
I know, it's always great to see you. We must have a drink.
Yes.
But also, how can people reach you? Because I'm sure people would love to talk to you and love
All
to
right,
sort of,
wonderful. You know, I have a page on Facebook called Anabella Corro. That's with one N, Corro. And I also on Instagram, I'm at Life with Anabella, and I'm sitting there posting messages and pop culture and art. So I invite you all, and if you want to give me a call while I'm in Las Vegas, my number is 702-645-0030. I always answer my phone.
Yes, she does. Now vouch for that one.
Absolutely. I believe that getting on the phone and hearing somebody's voice
Well,
is very important.
It's an honor to have Anabella on the show, and I
thank
enjoyed
you.
it before and I enjoyed it again. So next time we will meet again. Don't know
We
where,
shall.
don't know when. No, I'm not a singer. We'll be right back with our next guest, but don't forget we're down here at the Art House Theatre. And also social media shows. They are now the producer, and of course it's the incredible Pureza is my new producer, and she's absolutely wonderful. She's got it all together. We've had a few little things that happened. We never did stop though. We still kept our show every week and did it, but we had a few little things. But now we seem to be back together again, so I just love it. I'm enjoying it so much. So don't forget to go to Vegas Live with Ninon on YouTube and subscribe, because the more subscribers we get, the better we become. We'll be right back with our next guest. Take care.
Ciao.
Cool.
Hey, my darling.
We've reached the age of live streaming on social media shows. You may ask, we're already ahead of the curve, so why do you need to advertise with us? Well, only 8% of the businesses in the US are using digital advertising to grow their business. That's 2 percentage points short of reaching critical mass, which will lead to faster results. We have 20 plus shows with a reach of over 80,000. We'll give you commercial ads, website link, and connections to. We've reached the age of live streaming on social media shows. You may ask, we're already ahead of the curve, so why do you need to advertise with us? Well, only 8% of the businesses in the US are using digital advertising to grow their business. That's 2 percentage points short of reaching critical mass, which will lead to faster results. We have 20 plus shows with a reach of over 80,000. We'll give you commercial ads, website link, and connections to nonprofit organizations. So get your brand ready for digital monetization, for we are looking for sponsors to your business and ultimately mean more sales.
Welcome to Vegas Live with Ninon. I'm Ninon, your host. Ninon de Vere de Rosa. How about that? That's rather a long name, isn't it? That's why I always use Ninon. Anyway, we're down here at the, it's called the Art House Theatre. Absolutely amazing. It's in downtown in the Art District in Las Vegas. Now, next to me, I have a gentleman that I just love the way he sings. He's got a lot of energy, a lot of stuff going on. But I thought you were a jockey. His name is Fischer.
Yeah.
And I did. I came up to him. And usually my rude self, because I just
I
speak
appreciate
out.
that.
Speak out what I feel. And some people don't appreciate it.
You're not the
okay.
You're not the first one.
I'm not going to be
I've
the
been
last one.
I've been
either.
asked that many times.
But you should have been.
But again, I mentioned.
You know, he told me, this is really funny. He said, I'm too tall for a jockey. I looked at him and I said, what?
I am. I think it's by a couple inches. Or you have to be 5 foot, I think, or a little above, maybe
So
5'1".
you're 5'2". No, you're 5'3".
I'm 5'2". I'm
You're
5'2", but I also have to lose about 10 pounds.
You know, he might be 5'2", but he's got a big heart.
Oh, thank you so much. It's great to be here.
It's lovely to have you.
You have a wonderful show.
I've wanted you on my set for a long, long time.
Appreciate that.
Billy, how's it going? What's happening?
It's going
in
good.
your world. Your world.
A lot of things. I moved here. It'll be 4 years in November from
that's
Cleveland,
all.
Ohio. Yeah, and
Cleveland,
things started
Ohio.
going from there.
Nothing
Yeah.
happening there, right?
Well, nah, sort of. Yes, no.
Yep, no,
Except winter coming. That's about it.
Yeah, winter. Yeah. Shovel the snow.
But I moved out here because of the opportunity. There's so much to do out here in Vegas as far as entertainment.
I think, you know, we just think of the Strip, and it really it's evolved into more than just the Strip.
Yeah.
Because now they've got all these different little bars that have opened up and restaurant, and then they have the lounge and the bar and all
Yes.
this. It's wine. Is this good for you? It must be.
Oh yeah, definitely. I didn't realize when I got out here how small of the city is
Oh,
as
Vegas
far
is
as
tiny.
as far as the people.
You don't do
and-
anything here. They all know
yeah,
what you do.
so
I
I met all the right people, and I was able to get in here and do this and do that. You
That's
know,
your personality.
and I'm having fun. I'm enjoying it.
Now you're a singer, obviously.
Yes, I call myself a vocal impressionist. I like to imitate the artists
Vocal impression.
from the.
So who are you going to sing? What are you going to sing for
Well,
me?
I could do it just a little bit of a.
Do
In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. In the jungle, the quiet jungle, the lion sleeps tonight.
I love it.
Well, thank you.
You just
thank
go
you.
into anything.
It just comes right out.
My audience. I got my audience. I love it. I love it. I love it.
But I like imitating, so I'll do that, and then Louis Armstrong, and people are like, wait a
Well,
minute,
what
how do
do
you do?
Oh, dude.
Well, it's just I see trees of green, red roses too.
I love
I mean,
it.
just a little bit of that,
Do you
or
know Dennis in town?
Dennis Blair.
No, I don't forget his last name. Dennis. What's
Oh
his
yes, Satchmo.
There's
Yes,
that,
yes.
He does Louis
He
Armstrong.
does really good. So I try to get
Oh,
people
I'll buy
to
that one.
not figure me out. Basically, they look at me and they think I'm faking. So sometimes I got to go to the table and sing for them.
This is the mouth moving. It's
Because
actually
well,
coming
I
out
don't
of
move it
there.
a lot unless I'm doing Johnny Mathis or somewhere you got Sammy Davis or something. But
So how many do you do?
oh, I don't know.
A lot, okay.
I just it's just something I've always listened to music, and we used to have an old Curtis Mathis TV radio record player all in one as a
Yeah.
kid, and that's all my mom influenced me to the Mills Brothers and Johnny Mathis and Nat King Cole, and
Cool.
I have 6
So
siblings.
was your mom in the entertainment business?
No, well, she wasn't, but she was. She wrote music note for note, but she couldn't sing a lick. She died
Did
when
you
I
ever
was.
tell her that?
No,
I hope not.
she died when I
Never
was
always
young.
think she was the greatest singer.
But I have all of her published music. It just never went anywhere. So,
Oh, what a
the fact that
shame.
I'm doing it today, it's kind
Is
of
she
a memory.
happy you're doing it? Or?
She's passed. She
Oh,
passed
she
when I was
passed.
younger. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But
I'm
my
sorry.
oh no
Well, she's
worries.
up there looking
she's
down on you.
exactly. So
She's-
when I
she's
do
helping
this, it's her watching me and she's guiding
she's
me.
helping
so-
you and she's guiding
Yeah,
you and doing
exactly,
all that lovely
exactly.
stuff.
So it's,
Do you have call up there, sometimes when things aren't going right? Hey,
Oh,
Mum, what do I do? Where I go?
sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
yeah,
all do that,
definitely.
don't
Oh,
we?
yes,
To all
I
our
do.
loved ones up
Speaking
there.
of fellow Libra, are you a Libra?
No,
I'm a Libra.
unfortunately, I'm not.
I'm
Well,
a
then we have to get married.
Okay. Oh, really? Okay. Well, let me call my wife and see if she's okay with that.
So you got a wife, huh?
I do, yes.
Trust my luck. You see, I'm getting all the married men. I
You
tell
know,
No, my husband was a Libra.
Oh,
I
okay.
am a Gemini, so I can throw these jokes around because that's my schizo mind going all over.
And I could take them.
Can you
Just be ready to get it back.
Oh, I don't mind getting it back because I can
Right?
throw I can throw
Exactly.
them right back. Don't worry about
Exactly.
that.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
okay with that. No, but Libras are the best for me.
Yeah.
They come these balance, these scales, and
Yeah.
they kind of balance me out. But I'm not really a Gemini as bad as everybody.
Yeah, I'm even
Well,
keel.
maybe I'm not. I don't know.
I'm an even keel type of guy, so anything can come at me and I'm okay. I'm able to get, just
Just
rid
get
of
that
it.
level.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
anyway,
just
so where
deal
do
with
you,
it.
Yeah,
So-
deal with life.
Yeah, exactly. At my height, I got it, right?
Coming up in the world.
I like that.
So where you're appearing?
Well, I'm part of a tribute band, Crosby, Stills and Nash. It's called Csn Express. I was just in California with them this past weekend, where I had a David Crosby mustache going, right? And I had to shave that off because we're done for the rest of the year because I'm now going to be a part of Bee Gees Gold, playing Robin Gibb,
Oh,
subbing, as a Robin Gibb character. So now I got to
So
shave
no-
this off,
no
put a
beard,
wig on.
no nothing.
Yeah, so next year I'm hoping to juggle both. I got a fake mustache that I'm working on to do the David Crosby. I put a
Oh,
wig
to
on.
make
play-
sure, make sure you get it absolutely.
Yes,
There's
and
nothing
then,
worse than a wig looking like a wig and
Exactly.
a moustache looking like
So-
a fake moustache. There is nothing
So
worse.
I'm working on that to get it right because I want to do
Yeah.
both next
Characters.
year. So
Yeah,
so
you
not
wanna
only
do
do
all
I
the
do my
characters.
vocal impression stuff and when I sing at restaurants using tracks, I'm part of these.
So
these
you have
bands,
been
these acts.
received in Vegas really very well.
I
haven't you?
have. When I moved out here, people from home said, you need to go here, you need to go there, you need to see this guy. And I did all that. And I called myself a band whore. which is
what did you?
a band whore.
Oh, a band hall.
Only because, I went to see
Well,
all
you're
these
in the right
people.
place, you're in Vegas.
Right? Exactly. So,
There's nothing out of the normal.
So I sat in with this guy, I do this, I do that. So I met all the right people, and they've really
Well,
brought
you
me
know
along.
something, I have to agree with meeting the right people and doing the right thing, but you've also have to have the personality to meet the right people and to be who you are. So obviously you kind of fit in that.
It's
Do
that
you
whole.
turn up for your jobs?
Oh
Do
yeah.
you
Show up and yeah.
And
oh,
you
yeah.
rehearse and you see a lot of people don't do that in this town.
I rehearse. Don't get me wrong, but I'll still screw up. I'm no better than my next song.
Yeah, but don't
but
forget,
only I
nobody-
see it.
Don't
It's
forget,
it's
the
little
audience.
things.
You have,
No,
the
exactly.
audience never know you screw up.
No, exactly.
They
So,
never know.
yeah.
I mean, I can do the same thing all day long with my talking and everything else. Nobody knows I've made a mistake. Well, maybe they do. Well, that's for you to decide. So where are you? What's coming up for you?
I'm actually at the Skyline Casino tomorrow as a solo guy. I do my tracks. I have my tracks that I use,
Good.
and that's where I do all my vocal impressions. So 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s.
Isn't that down on Boulder Highway?
Yeah, it's
I know where
great.
that is.
Old casino. It's like time stopped in that place. It's awesome.
Do you know, I was in there once, and I remember going in there, and I remember looking at the slot machine, and I thought, do these still work? They still got some of these
They're
really,
the
really...
old ones that they still have now.
And
Some
they
of
have
them
the
are just
things, you know, when the money
Yeah.
used to come
Oh,
out,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it tinkle, makes all this noise.
yes. It's great. I enjoy it there. So
Back into the old times of Vegas.
yeah. So I'm doing that. I'm also at the Italian American Club with Nicholas
Oh,
Cole
that's
on
great.
some Saturdays. I'm also part of Rainmaker Television with
Okay,
Pat
yes,
and
Pat,
Sam.
yes.
I'm in a show called Vegas 3 with Carmine Mandia and Genevieve Dew.
Oh, how wonderful.
We host the show together, and we have guest entertainers that come, and it's really nice. So
Another talk
yeah.
show.
Yeah, and
Do
then
you know, I used to be the only talk show here
Well,
in Vegas. 6 years ago, I'm going to my 7th year. I was the only one in Vegas. And now all of a sudden, everybody's got these
doing.
talk
You
shows.
set the standard.
I got to up my ante. I got to up my ante. I got to get a little better. Or I got to do something different. So I did do something different. I got a new producer.
Oh, that's awesome. That's cool. That's
See, if it
awesome.
doesn't work one way, then it works the other way.
Yeah.
All right, Maria, I know you're laughing.
Yeah, I got one more. I'm also going to be hosting Reno's All-Star Jam at Saddles and Spurs. Reno Bellamy, his brother, you remember that song, Come and Get Your Love? No,
that was too long ago for me. I don't remember
Anyhow,
that.
it's a song that was pretty popular back in the day. Reno lives out here, and he's hosted this jam night every year for many, many years.
So
and
you're going to be doing
he
it.
wants me to take it over. So a lot of great artists that come in
What
and
was the
host
name
the
of the
band.
pub at that place again? The Spurs?
Saddles and Spurs.
Saddles and Spurs. They're in North Las Vegas. A
Yes,
little bit.
yes, it's a great
But
place.
they're a fabulous couple.
Yes.
He's amazing. I've known them for years. They're absolutely
Yeah,
fabulous.
so it's a jam night once a month on Sundays, and I'll be doing that as well.
Oh, how wonderful.
hosting
You're
it.
very excited all the time.
I'm happy. I mean, I gotta be. Again, I mean,
I know.
have
Yeah.
everybody has their problems in life, but I always just try to stay even
I don't
keel,
have any problems.
up and down.
I
exactly.
throw my problems somewhere else. I don't have
Exactly.
problems.
And unless you can take care of it or deal with it or fix it, then move
Do you
on.
know something?
Yeah.
My greatest thing of training is that a lot of people, and this is just a little thing, is they worry and worry about this and this. It never materializes. It never
No,
happens.
exactly.
You've wasted all that time being depressed and worried.
Exactly.
It never happens.
So just let it go.
Just let it go.
Let it go.
What does your wife do? Is she in the business too?
No, she's my bread and butter, and I'd like to wish her a very happy anniversary today.
Oh,
Elaine, I love you.
happy
It's our
years.
anniversary, and she does payroll. So,
She does payroll for you?
No, well, hopefully someday. Yeah, the ultimate goal is to manage me, so she can do that.
great.
But,
Yes.
but she works for a great company, and she does the payroll. And
How many years married?
it'll be 9 years. Yes.
9
Now,
years.
this is my second wife. I never thought I'd get married again, but I ended up. I have 2 grown children from a previous back home in Ohio. I got 2 grandchildren.
I'm looking for a second husband. I
well-
was married 29 years. He's
But
married.
you know what?
My luck.
My wife right now, I love her to death. She's goofy
Oh,
like
that's
me.
sweet. Oh,
I
how
think she
nice.
could be a comedian, but she goes, "Oh no, they don't want me on stage because she makes me laugh."
But that's the whole reason why we want her on stage, because she said, no, you don't want me on stage.
Well,
And
I
you do want
mean,
her
she
on
cracks me up, and I love her to death. She's
That's
a beautiful
wonderful.
woman.
You have children?
I have 2 grown children. Yes, 30 and 28.
You don't look old enough.
Well, it's the height.
Something's wrong somewhere.
And I just shaved, so now she goes, no, I got to tell people I'm married to a 5th grader. You know, because I'm short.
There you go, you're short and you've got no whiskers.
Yeah, exactly.
Billy, how can anybody meet you?
I have on Facebook, Fischer is my last name, Billy Fischer. I have a website, littlebillyfisher.com, although it needs to be updated. But you can go on YouTube and type my name in. You'll see videos of me doing all kinds of weird stuff and funny stuff.
But
and
that's
I
his
enjoy it.
character. That's who he is. That's exactly. That's who you are, and that's what you do. Great singer, impersonator, everything. You've got it going. You've got it together.
Thank you so much. It's been my pleasure to be a part of your show.
Absolutely, I love
good
it.
luck
I
to
love
you.
it. As you know, our show, Vegas Live with Ninon, what we do interview an awful lot of people in the entertainment business. We give them a platform so people know who they are. And the reason I always ask for their information is so that they can book you. Because I want you to get booked.
I appreciate that.
And want you to be around then. Of course, you can always use the tape for whatever you want. We don't mind that either.
Thank you.
We're very easy to work with because we want to promote you, and that's what we do. So,
we all appreciate
but then you have to promote me to promote them.
I
So
sure
this
will.
is like a little circle
Exactly
going around.
right.
Everybody helps each other, and that's what we do. I'm going to wish everybody out there who is now starting a talk show. I don't know who all the names are, but I know quite a few of the names actually. I'm going to wish them all the best. It's a lot of work, but I wish you all the best, and just make sure you do your duty and you take care of the entertainment business, because that's what it's all about in Vegas. Vegas Live with Ninon. Go to YouTube, subscribe, and we'll be back with our next guest. Take care.
Live streaming on social media is the best new way to interact and bond with your community. Do you love to encourage, motivate, and empower others, but you do not know how? Well, your opportunity starts with us on social media shows. We have 20 shows a week live streamed across the globe, with a reach of over 80,000 and growing. So you can host your own show, and you can be anything you want to be. So let's bring the community together, and let's bring the world to you. Join us now. Live streaming on social media is the best new way to interact and bond with your community. Do you love to encourage, motivate, and empower others, but you do not know how? Well, your opportunity starts with us on social media shows. We have 20 shows a week live streamed across the globe, with a reach of over 80,000 and growing. So you can host your own show, and you can be anything you want to be. So let's bring the community together, and let's bring the world to you. Join us now. Live streaming on social media is the best new way to interact and bond with your community. Do you love to encourage, motivate, and empower others?
Welcome back again to Vegas Live with Ninon. I'm Ninon, your host, and I have a young lady. I don't know if you all realize out there, but what I don't do, I do not pre-interview anybody or anything. Some people I know and some people I don't. I meet them someplace, but I still don't know too much about them. I don't know what this woman even does. I have no idea. I know that she's very happy. You look extremely happy.
I am. I live a wonderful life.
Ellyne?
Ellyne.
I got to get the name Jacobson. I got to get the name right because she's explained to me how to pronounce it. And being English, you know, we have our own way of doing everything anyway. So how are you? Yeah, we do. We're just like
I'm wonderful, and I'm going to tell you exactly who
what?
I am.
Yeah, who are you? Who is this woman? You're happy. She looks great.
I am a hypnotherapist. I don't do quack quacks. I don't do flying through the air.
I wanted to fly through the air.
Oh, I'm
come
so
on.
sorry. I'll work
why
on
does-
that one.
Yeah, if I disappear, you know why.
Oh, I haven't thought about that one. But I do know some hypnotists that do that kind of stuff. I really do therapy.
You do therapy. In
It's
other
my
words,
love.
you hypnotize somebody that's got something they don't want anymore.
Correct.
And you hypnotize them to
To-
let it disappear.
Correct.
How do
We're
you do
about
that?
positive.
Oh, I love positive. Positive
Yes.
thinking.
I started out as a rehab counselor.
Okay.
I graduated as a counselor with a master's degree, and I went into rehabilitation. But originally, I worked with orthopedic, neurologic, and closed head trauma.
Oh, wow. So you've seen a lot of...
Hickeys. Everybody wasn't happy. I wasn't happy. I
And
moved.
they certainly weren't happy.
No, not in the least. Then I moved to Las Vegas, and there's not a lot of orthopedic or neurologic stuff going on. Everything
I
is.
would imagine they would need it to have quite a lot of that.
No, everything was
Sorry, I said that, but-
mental challenge.
It's a mental challenge in Vegas.
Yes, lots
A
of
mental
it.
challenge in what way? In what?
Young people and older people who are mentally challenged permanently.
Really?
Yeah.
What about the older people? Let's go to the older people first.
No, it's all the same. It really learning to do daily living things, learning to focus on what they're trying to accomplish.
And they can't do that?
No, they don't have the capabilities. Some do.
So I've got to get
It's
serious here a
sad.
little bit. So it is very sad because if you can't focus or you don't know where you're going or what you're doing, how do you manage? You hypnotize them.
No, I never did hypnosis with them. That's not allowed. Oh, no,
just
no,
learned
no,
something,
no,
you see?
no, no. Strictly therapeutic work.
So strictly you would.
And I worked with horses, and I was certified in horse therapy, and I had a
I
lot
like
of fun
that.
with that.
Yeah.
I had only one
That
horse
was
that hated my guts.
What, did he kick you?
She came, she
Fischer?
got between me and threw me in the middle of the arena. I went flying. Good thing everything was sand, and I didn't land in any
Poo-poo.
no poo-poo for me.
So why did that horse? Do you think the
I
horse?
was down
do you,
in the dumps.
do you
from,
think the horse was playing with you?
The male horses never did. She did though. She was.
Oh, she was jealous of you. That's why. It's typical woman. You see what I mean? Even in the animal situation.
Oh, she was something else.
Yeah, sounds like it. But you
But I
nearly
will-
became something else.
Well, I did. I got very depressed from
From that?
working with these people. Felt like
Yeah.
I couldn't accomplish anything. I wasn't getting
So you
anywhere.
left.
I became a hypnotherapist. I became a therapist.
What was the difference for you to practice this?
Positive. Oh, I went to school. I got certified.
Okay.
And a couple years ago, I even got certified to become an instructor in hypnosis.
Do you know, I have to say one thing. You're never too old to do anything because she's telling me she went back to school 2 years ago. So that's telling us, the world out there.
Well,
Right.
I'm not sure if I should admit how old I really, really am, but
Go ahead.
I'm 80. I'll be 81 soon.
She's 80 years old. Oh my goodness.
And I believe in empowering women. I believe that
Well, I do believe in
age-
empowering women, but some women, not all women.
No, some of them can be a real problem if you do that.
They've got a problem already being empowered and give them more power.
Well,
I'm just
I don't think there's any age that you can't accomplish something.
I agree.
And it doesn't matter if you're 90.
Somebody said to me the other day, they said, Ninon, when are you going to stop working? When are you going to do this? When are you going to stop all that stuff? I said, well, let me think about it. I said, it's probably going to be when I'm pushing the daisies up, which means I'm dead.
No.
I'm in the grave, but I'll probably be in
Don't
the
you
grave.
dare.
But I'll be in the grave doing something else anyway.
So I make an offer to you.
Okay.
Anytime you want to work on anything, even just relaxation, I'll help
What's
you.
that? What's relaxation?
It's something
No,
you
I
don't
do.
know about.
I do. No, I do relax at home a lot.
Do you?
Yes, I'm
Good for
very
you.
good at home. I was in my garden this morning. I was trimming a tree and trimming bushes and took my mind. I know, it sounds really weird, but I no makeup on. The hair was all over the place. It was very warm out there. I'm trimming, I'm cutting, and I think people like look at me and think, what on earth is this woman? Why should she get a gardener? Because I like to do it.
I have a gardener.
I happen to like to do it. I
Well,
don't
then
like
you can come by me and do my garden.
Pay me? No, I'm teasing.
We'll make a trade-off.
Let's go back to being hypnotized. So what do you think if you're looking at me and you meet these people and you look at me and you think, well, what does she need? What do I
No, I ask what you need. I don't assume.
What do I need? And I've got to think, what do I need? Well, I'm looking for a husband. I was not looking for a husband. My
I'm
husband
sorry,
died.
we're in competition on that one. I'm looking. It doesn't work. I haven't found one yet.
Well, I don't know if I really want one actually, because every time I meet them, I'm like sort of, oh dear, I don't even want dinner with them. I just like.
Not when you can do for yourself better.
Well, that's true. But my husband passed away in 2004, and all this time I haven't found anybody. But I'm thinking, I'm comparing. So can we do anything about that? Well, I guess if we could, you'd do it for yourself first, wouldn't you?
I'll tell you what I would do. I would take you in relaxation and give you some ideas of feeling good about yourself and looking at other people
think
with a
I
nice eye.
Do you think?
Oh no, I think you really do, but
Yeah.
it has to be set in stone that you really do feel good about yourself.
Oh, I do feel good about
And you
myself,
want
though.
to take that and put that out to other people.
Okay. They always say the first 5 years of your life is embedded in you for the rest of your life.
For 7, yep.
For
7, 9. Yeah, it is the 7. You learn everything from your parents and those around you during those years.
And they
those
said
are
that can-
prime.
yeah.
They stay with you the rest of your life. It never goes away.
It never goes away. But what happens if some of those things that you remember you really don't like, and they stick with you?
You can get rid of that.
You get rid of them. Yeah, because that's what I do.
You put it on the back burner and say, okay, this has happened. It's a lesson in learning, and that's where I am
The problem is
today.
my back burner is so full. I got a full back burner. It's got everything
Well,
back
I
there.
do too. I mean,
But you're right.
I had 2 husbands, and
I've only had one.
lucky.
He died, unfortunately.
That's not lucky.
No, that wasn't. He was the most beautiful man in the entire world. I was very lucky.
I have the second one. I was with 22 years, so it was
You
a
liked
long
him?
time. On and off. Oh, I'm embarrassed. Yes,
Well,
on
you don't
and
look
off.
very embarrassed, I must say.
I'm trying really
You're
hard.
really trying to get it. She's not succeeding at all.
Oh, now what do I do? Help!
So
I-
now, what about the younger generation? We've got a generation going around, and they all sort of they don't socialize, they don't do anything. What's going on?
Really sad.
Is it? Yeah, it
It's
is
not the 50s and 60s anymore, and it's not the 80s anymore. It's really a bad generation. They don't know how to speak to one another.
Is that because of the parenting? Cut that phone away. Take the phone. Go and play with kids. Go and do something
Well,
different.
every child seems to get a phone before they go to kindergarten.
I know, 3 years old, 2 years old, they got their own phone. I'm like, wow.
And supposedly it's for an emergency, but they're on talking to their friends all the time. Never mind the
Well,
emergency.
a 2-year-old or 3-year-old should not have an emergency because the mum and dad should be around looking after them. Hello?
That's a should. And you know what
Shoulda,
we
coulda,
say,
woulda.
don't should all over yourself, and that's a really bad thing to do.
Yes. So do you think that the parents, because the parents of the younger generation too, bringing up the children, do you think they should sort of,
I can't
You
speak for
don't.
what they should do.
no.
I mean, my children are old. They're really old. I can't
Well, I
even
don't know.
believe
They
it.
can't, even if they're 50, they can't.
They're in their
old.
50s.
They're in their 50s, they can't be old.
And I go, wow, how did that happen?
That
How did I
happens.
get so old? I
Happens.
can't believe
Because
it.
they had a good life, that's why.
I've had a tough life, but with every step along the way, I learned something really wonderful.
What's the
And
best
I-
thing you ever learned?
I learned that I'm really a good person.
Isn't that nice?
And it
I
took
like
a
that.
long time to say that.
Really?
Because those that know me know that I always spoke badly of myself. And one day I woke up and I said, no more, no more. I've
You've got to
done
like
this and
yourself
that.
first. You know, one of my greatest teachings things is go into your bedroom because that's supposed to be the most tranquil place in the house for you. Sit on that bed and don't think about anything. Just relax and take care of you. Because if you're not in sync first, and if you're not
That's
where you
correct.
should be, how on earth can you sort the rest of the world out? You cannot.
And that's the same concept for finding the love of your life.
Yes.
The more you love yourself, not
Yes.
egotistically,
No, no,
but
no, no, no.
loving yourself as a person.
As a person, that I'm doing the right thing, I'm trying
that
to...
kind of shines out to
Yeah.
other people,
Yes.
and they respect that, and they pick
Walk
up
with
on
confidence. Like yourself, enjoy yourself. You're not doing wrong. If something goes wrong, it's just a practice. It's just so you know not to do it next time. It's just teaching. That's
I
all.
know.
Bad things are teaching things. They're not bad.
Can I jump in on something?
Of course you can. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what it's going to be, but let's find out.
October 2nd, 9th, and 16th,
Yes.
I'm doing a program called Relax and Release Your Weight.
Oh, I like that.
I am sick and tired of all the pills, all the natural pills, the drinks that are going to wash away everything. I've lost 17 pounds
Oh,
just from
congratulations.
visualizing, and I'm nowhere near done. I have my goal
Have
set,
your goal set.
and I say that it is already existing because my
You're already
subconscious,
there.
my subconscious doesn't know if I'm
Isn't
lying
that
or telling the
beautiful?
truth.
No. How
Subconscious
beautiful.
accepts every single thing you say.
You know, the funny thing about what she's saying, you are standing here, she is so proud of what you are so proud of yourself, of what you're saying. And you're giving a message to all the people out there
Well-
to do the same thing. And it's easy. I don't happen to take pills. I'm not a pill taker, never have been a pill taker.
But
I
you
don't
don't
take
need
diet
to lose
things.
weight either.
No, well, yeah, but I'm careful what I eat. I
Correct.
don't eat fast food. I don't eat any fast food.
I
I'd
don't.
love to drive by and have a nice thing of French fries from McDonald's. When the last time I had French fries from McDonald's, I can't even remember. I don't do that. Oh, don't cry. It's okay. It's okay. I forgive you for it. It's okay. It's okay.
It's all
you're on
right.
this. You're on this thing. This walk. You're on this
Well-
walk of fame.
What I'm doing with this program is to realize once you state what your goal weight is and that you've arrived there already, you start eating and behaving like that person, and that's how you lose the weight. Or not
Absolutely.
lose it. You don't want to lose it because then you get it back. Release it forever.
Yes, that's a good thing. You don't want to lose it. You want to release it. Okay, I
Absolutely.
like that saying because a lot of people lose weight and then you put it all back on again.
Oh,
I've
yes.
I don't understand it all because I don't know about it because I don't do that. But I do know when I do get a couple of pounds on, they're gone. I don't go on a diet.
You
Just
don't have to.
No, but
You
I'm
see
careful.
yourself where you are.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a problem with me. It's everybody else has a problem with me.
Oh, I
I'm
can't
teasing.
believe
No,
that.
I'm teasing. How can anybody reach you to get this therapy and to get this
Okay.
to hypnotize?
My telephone number is 702-277-5856, or you can do my name, Ellyne, ELYNNE, at cox.net. Anyway,
This woman is amazing and 80 years old and she's still going strong and doing everything. I don't think you're ever going to retire, are you?
No.
Why are you going to retire too?
well, I've already retired 3 times and gone back to work
Gone back
because
to
I was
work.
bored.
There you go. Absolutely wonderful. The inspiration from Ellyne is absolutely amazing. I love it. And don't forget to go to YouTube and subscribe Vegas Live with Ninon. And also I want to thank the Arts Theatre here. It's absolutely amazing. The
Yes.
Art House Theatre, absolutely wonderful. And of course we've got the social media shows, which is producing my show. We'll be right back with our next guest. You take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh,
Lovely.
John is an employee at one of the most famous firms in the city of New York, so his job is very hectic, and he realized that it is necessary for him to go and finally take a vacation. But he went on a vacation without planning out the details, and wasn't able to truly enjoy where he went because he had to think about so many things that he didn't plan for. Instead of enjoying his time away from work, he came back with more stress that he was not able to take full advantage of his vacation. But this year, a coworker suggested him to try World Ventures this time to make his vacationing more enjoyable and less stressful. They do not require you to plan anything outside of your transportation, which is also available at discounted rates. Your stay, your transport, and many meals are planned by the club. John liked the idea very much. He tries World Ventures, and his experience with the club was amazing, as he made many friends there with whom he had a great time. John recommends that everyone should try this club, as they are the best in business. See how the VIP-vacation-club.com can give you the right experience without all the hassle. Enjoy the VIP experience that only World Ventures provide. John is an employee at one of the most famous firms in the city.
Okay, we are back again. I'm Ninon de Vere de Rosa, and this is Stewart next to me. And we're actually filming Vegas Live with Ninon. We're down at, they call this Art House Theater, amazing, in the Art District of Vegas. Caleb actually flew in just to be on my show, so I'm kind of a little bit honored here, from Texas.
I am.
Now, what inspired you to come and be on my show and meet me? It must be something.
Well, I tell you,
Look at those eyes, aren't they gorgeous? I've fallen in love with his eyes. I can't look at you.
I tell you what, the producers actually, I sent an email to you guys, and then you invited me on the show, and I actually spoke with one of the producers. I forget which one, but yeah, it was just very polite. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna
fly in and be on that show.
We're gonna pay Vegas a visit.
Yeah, absolutely. So first of all, how do you like Vegas?
Yeah, I just got here today. I'm leaving tonight.
It's just you truly did.
This is just for this. Yeah. I
better be good. I gotta put my best behavior on.
Yeah.
If it's possible.
Yeah. So I flew in to do this. Got maybe 3 hours to kill, and then I'm going back to the airport. I fly from Vegas to Atlanta, and then Atlanta back to Dallas.
How wonderful. Well, thank you very much.
No worries.
I'm very honored. It's absolutely amazing. Absolutely wonderful. Now, obviously I haven't met the guy, but I haven't met anybody anyway. The last lady, I had no idea what she did.
Right.
So what do you do?
So I'm actually an author, and I'm actually also a screenwriter. So I got a new book coming out in November. It's called What Happens Next.
What Happens Next? Oh, I love that title.
Thank you. It's a.
Where'd you get the title from?
So I was actually an alcoholic. I talk about my journey to alcohol and finding sobriety within the book. And the title was just kind of one of those things where it's like, I finished the book. It's like, well, what happens next?
What do I do next?
What do I do next?
What's going on next? What made you become an alcoholic?
So I had, my mom growing up was a hardcore drug addict. She was a heroin addict. And so I lost my mom when I was in 5th grade.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. And my brother and I, we were taken away and placed with our aunt and uncle. And so these are things that I had went through life, and I had beat myself up. I blamed myself that I couldn't save my mom. And it just kind of...
But you were a little bit young then, weren't you?
Oh, yeah.
You were just
true,
a kid.
True, but
So you didn't know the ins and outs of what to do and how to do it.
True, but it was one of those things where to me it was... I loved my mom, but it was like... I see that she's destroying herself because she's already destroyed the family. You know what I mean?
So you have brothers and sisters?
I have a brother. Yeah, a younger brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he okay?
He's great. Yeah, I'm so proud of my brother. Yeah, I'm
You said
so
now,
proud.
so he was in.
No, he wasn't into drugs. He's been clean. He's just he's
just insecure of himself.
Yeah.
And so now you're bringing him out.
No, I mean he has hiccups, but I mean who doesn't?
Don't we all have hiccups? I mean real hiccups. No.
But I'm very proud of my brother and the man he's become. Yeah, he's helped me.
What does he do?
He actually, he was working on an oil rig, and so But I mean, my brother's been there through the whole process of writing, and it's just
Does he help you with the writing?
no. But what I'll do is when I was writing, I would send him some stuff. Tell me what it sounds like.
Yes.
Does it sound good? No. Okay.
Okay, let's change it.
Let's change it. Yeah.
So what got you into writing and becoming an author?
So I had fallen in love with a girl, and
Something new, right?
yeah, I was like 100%.
This is it.
100%.
Got it.
And she'd suggested to me, she said, why don't you write? So what were we talking about? She said, well, it's a therapeutic activity. Write, get your feelings down. Maybe you'll feel better.
Because you're letting it out.
Yeah. And at the time,
Perfect.
I thought, well, that's a perfect opportunity for me to drink. So what I do is I'd go in the room and I'd lock myself in for like 3 days. I'd get plastered drunk. And then I'd just start writing. Eventually, because it's a hard topic to talk about. And so I figured,
Well, especially when you're still drinking.
right.
You still an alcoholic?
No. I'm sober.
No, not now. No. I mean, when you were writing then,
Yes.
you were an alcoholic.
It
So
was.
you were writing through kind of a phase of mind.
Yes.
Because you weren't, I would imagine you weren't 100% coherent all the time.
No, I just didn't.
Or do you think you were?
I think I was coherent to a point. I just think that my mentality when I first started the book was it was so painful to write about because, I got to open up and relive
Well,
it.
especially with your mother and the whole bit.
Right.
And obviously, how old were you when you realized your mother was with all these problems?
I mean, I don't even know.
5 years old, 3
I
years
remember
old?
5 years old what had happened, and I talk about this briefly in the book. But my mom, I remember when I was growing up, she would go to her room with all these like random people, and she'd be in there like just
What, with all different people?
yeah, just random people, and she'd be in there doing drugs, and she'd be neglecting my brother and I. And I remember there was a time, and she was a single mom, so she
Yeah.
only had one income. And so there was a time where I, being like 5 or 6 years old, had to take on a parental role to take care of my little brother.
So how, 2 years younger than you?
Yes. And, it's funny because I did all that back then, but as I spiraled into alcoholism and overcoming that.
How old were you?
When I started drinking?
5, 10?
No, I was probably 15 or 16.
Oh, you managed to get through your childhood.
Yeah, well, to a certain degree. I mean, my parents found a bottle of tequila under my bed at like 13 or 14, but...
At least you chose tequila. I love tequila.
I don't.
I've never had one under... Well, no, you don't drink anymore.
I don't, yeah, well, I don't drink, but I never when I did, I never liked tequila because of that.
Because so you were 15 when you... How old are you now?
So I turned 23 next month.
You're only 23. Oh my goodness, I
23.
thought you were much older.
No,
Oh
I
my
turned 23.
goodness. So this is a very close thing right
Yeah.
now of what you're getting over. How long have you been sober?
So I got sober in June. I actually...
Last June?
This June.
This June?
Mm-hmm.
This gone June. So what is that, 3 months?
Yeah, about 3 months, yeah. And I had
How
no
are
urge
you-
to
how
drink.
are you- I was going to say, how are you handling that?
Like I said, I found my sobriety through writing, and it's crazy because
Keep writing.
Yeah, I
I'll send you stuff to write.
I had applied for all these rehabs, and nobody would take me.
Why?
And they were like, we can't take you because you have like past trauma that you haven't worked past, and if we want to tackle addiction, we have to tackle it head on. And I'm like, that makes zero sense because I'm drinking because of all of that.
Yes.
So that makes
That didn't make any sense to you
no,
anyway.
Yeah, and so they denied me, and I said, you know what?
I'll do it
I've been
myself.
denied. I've been denied millions of times. I'm gonna do it myself, and I did it.
And you did it yourself. Only 23 years old, alcoholic, coming from a family.
Yeah,
drugs
I have
and
broken
alcohol,
foundation,
Broken
yeah.
foundation. No foundation, actually.
Right,
You
yeah.
actually have. And then you decide to come on my show. That is such an honor listening to your story. This is a big message, I think, going out to the 23-year-olds and the younger generation. I had a show for the younger generation for 16 years. I used to interview young people from 12 all the way up to 18, and I went through many a story like yours,
Right.
many of the, and some really, really bad. So you're giving this incredible message out there that you can do it on your own. You don't need to have to go enroll yourself
Right.
anywhere, but you could. It might help you. But so how have you survived all this? I mean,
I think over the years, it takes a piece of you a little bit at a time, or at least it did me. But I've learned that even if you fall and you break into a million pieces, as long as you got people that are there to pick you back up and put you back together, that's what matters.
As also yourself putting yourself back
exactly.
together.
Yeah.
So you've got to think good of yourself. So you obviously right now are thinking very good of yourself. And are you very proud of yourself?
I am, you know, and it's not just gone to the book. I mean, the book is great. I've got
Well, that's part of it, but you've still got the rest of the day to live.
Yeah. Well, and we're even working on a movie, and we're turning the book into a film.
Now you're saying we. Who's the we?
So me and a co-writer who co-wrote the script with me, we're working with producers to get the film picked up, produced.
And what happened to the girlfriend? You still have the girlfriend?
So we're friends.
We never finished that story.
So her and I are friends.
Oh, that's good. You're too young to get married anyway.
I thought I was okay, but her and I remain friends. You know, I've made peace with the things that I've done in my life, and I've made peace with the things that I can't control, because I can't go back and
so
change it.
So you've made peace with yourself. You're very peaceful with yourself. And what are your goals now? You want to make a movie. You're writing scripts. You're an author, obviously, now. And what else is it? Do you work now? How do you make a living?
So I do have a full-time job. I work actually for the Dallas Cowboys, but I manage.
For the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm not a Cowboys fan, but I do.
Yeah, but you get paid every month.
I do, yeah. And so
you do the Dallas Cowboys.
So I do security for them. And
yeah,
so
just imagine you standing there. I mean, how tall are you? 6'2", 6'3"?
6'2", yeah.
6'2".
Yeah.
You're 6'2", a big guy.
But you know, I love it.
Big guy with beautiful green. His eyes are gorgeous.
I love it.
I'm going to adopt him as my son.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
My son.
There we go.
I love it.
You know, I love what I do, but honestly, and I work with great people. I mean, absolutely fantastic.
But this is not your aim in life. Your goal.
No, I'm looking at the way that it's looking at come November when the book comes out. I'm looking at having enough income to quit my full-time job and go into this
concentrate on the full-time what you want to do. Okay, so how can anybody reach you?
Yeah, so wow, so anybody can reach me. You can go to IMDb, Internet Movie Database. You can search Caleb Stewart. I'll pop up and it'll have my contact info listed on there. You can reach me on social media, Caleb Stewart on Facebook, or official_CSTEW on Instagram. And I'm blessed.
Caleb Stewart is an inspiration, not only to me, it's an honor to have him on my show, but also for the younger generation. And he crawled out of this hole that he was in, and he succeeded, because that's what you call tenacity, and obviously you would not give up. And it looks like that, I think we're going to see his name in places, because he's only 23, and he comes all the way from Texas to come on a show, whether it's my show, but you took that step to do that, because you want to get out there, and you want to do things. You want people to know who you are and everything about you. An incredible story. Absolutely love you, Caleb. Thank you so much. Thank you. We'll be right back with our next guest. Take care. what you call Vegas Live with Ninon on a full house. I have my funky divas with me. Now, funky divas. Oh, by the way, I'm Ninon Vere Rosa. I'm your host, but that's okay. Funky divas. I've had them on my show a few times, but I've never had all four of you. They are absolutely, now they promise they're going to sing a song for me, so I don't know what that's going to be all about. But let's find out a little bit. How are you?
I'm wonderful.
You were on my show before.
Yes, I was.
That was, and a lot of happened since then. We've had the
has.
COVID and everything. Who had COVID? Any of you have COVID?
No.
Oh, they're living the
Lucky.
right life, the good life. And you're out with a lot of people all the time too, aren't you?
Well, yeah, but we keep it safe though.
You keep
our
it safe.
masks on
You keep
and
your mom do
everything,
all
yeah.
that and
Right.
everything. So what have you been doing? How are you? You've been on before.
Yes, I've been on.
You have?
We've been so good. We've been working on so much music. We're releasing finally our music video for Dancing in the Streets.
Yeah, remember that Dancing in the Streets?
Yeah.
That
Yes.
was amazing.
Do you want to hear a piece of Dancing
Go
in the
for it.
Streets?
Let's just
Okay.
go right into it. Why
Yeah,
not?
let's just jump right into it.
Okay,
Ready?
go on, Tara.
It's
Funky
an
divas.
invitation across the nation, a chance for folks to meet.
Philadelphia, PA, Baltimore, DC now. Can't forget the Motor City. Oh, we're dancing now.
All we need is music, sweet music. There'll be music everywhere.
They'll be laughing and singing and music swinging, dancing in the street.
That's all you get for now.
That's all I get. That's enough.
I know.
I love how you harmonize. You start and you roll in, and how you do all this.
Yes.
How does that work within your brains? Is this strictly rehearsing it and rehearsing?
Pretty much,
Yeah, it's a lot of rehearsal,
Totally.
but we're so excited for the video to finally be coming out,
Yeah.
and
Yes, I
we're
can
also
imagine.
releasing a new song too.
And we're gonna hear the new song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So first chance.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna sing it to me.
I mean, do you want to hear it?
Not just yet.
Okay. We're just excited. We'll
Roll
save
a
it.
little bit.
Yeah.
So now, how did you all manage to get together? Because I believe you have a woman, a young lady that takes care of you, Terri Harris.
Yes, that's
And
my
this
manager.
woman,
Yes.
yeah, your manager, and
Yes.
she works very, very hard.
Very,
very
yeah.
hard with you. Are you obeying what she wants you to do? No, I don't mean obeying, but I mean, yes, obeying. Yeah, okay, we'll use that word. Why not?
We're
Because
grateful.
it's-
Yeah.
Yes,
We're very grateful for
for
Miss
her to
Terri.
keep you
Yes.
all together and keep the thing going.
Yeah.
And she on to you a lot about practicing and being there
Yeah, being there, being on time, doing what we're supposed to do, you know,
and where have
knowing
you,
what we have, you know,
what
coming
you
in the
have,
future.
because you
yeah.
have something really great here.
Yeah.
So where are you performing now? You're performing anywhere or?
Yes.
In October.
In
Our
October.
first show is October 14th. That's going to be in Pasadena, California.
Yes.
The Pasadena Civic Center.
Oh, the
For the breast cancer awareness show.
Pasadena.
Yeah.
Pasadena is
Yeah.
absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Because, well, you're performing is one of the high-class places there. I know
Yeah.
Pasadena very, very well. Unfortunately, I know it through the racetrack, Santa Anita racetrack. I was married to this guy, James DeRosa, and we went, when it was open, it always used to open on December 26th. It would open up, and we'd all go, and I'd be there for the next three months or 4 months, however how long it was. We'd be there every weekend, so I know Pasadena very well.
Yeah, so that's our
Civic Center.
first show. We're so excited,
Yeah.
and then we have another show here in Vegas at the M Resorts.
That's a great place.
Yes, October 21st.
Okay.
Also another breast cancer awareness show.
Yeah.
So why are you doing the breast cancer awareness? I love that idea. Because
Actually,
women.
to be honest, it's really exciting. Our first show with the legendary Shaka Khan.
Yeah.
So we do want to see everyone at the October 14th.
Okay,
Yeah.
October 14th. What
that's
time
the
does
one.
it start?
8 p.m. I believe.
8 p.m.
Yes.
Where can you buy tickets?
On
Ticketmaster.
Yeah.
Ticketmaster, because we've got to get all this in, otherwise Terry's going to be upset with me. She didn't get it all in. Got to get it all in.
Yes, so October 14th, we have the incredible Shaka Khan. We have the phenomenal Chioma.
Yeah.
And we also have Sherry Payne from the Supremes.
Oh, Sherry
Yes,
from the
most
Supremes.
Yeah.
That's on the 14th. And then on the 21st.
That was Diana Ross, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, she was
Diana,
in the Supremes.
yeah,
Supremes,
she was
yeah.
with the Supremes.
Yes.
Now,
And then on-
Rhonda Ross is her daughter, who I've interviewed a couple of years ago.
really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go. That's
And then
where
on
the
the
world is.
21st, we have the incredible Chioma back. We have Frida Payne this time
Yes.
from the Supremes.
Frida, oh, fabulous. Oh, my
Yes, and
goodness.
Mickey Howard
Yeah.
will also be on the show on the 21st.
Now,
Yeah.
Frida Payne, they must look at you like, because you're doing what they did.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right?
we're thankful to,
Yes.
you know,
So
be in their
has she
footsteps,
given you any
yeah.
advice? Has she said anything? Have you met her yet? Or
Not yet. We're
you haven't
hoping
met? So you're going to
one day,
meet her
yeah.
on the night
Yeah.
of what's going on. And
Yes.
that must be that must be incredible.
But we spoke to Shaka, met Shaka.
Yeah.
And what does Shaka have to say?
Oh, she thinks we sound really good.
Yeah.
She's excited to work with us.
And she's, so
Yeah.
you're all very excited.
Oh,
Is
yes.
this the first time you've really performed with, I call them high-end artists because that's what they all are. Is this the first time you've performed with them?
But yeah,
Yeah, as a
together,
group, yeah.
As a group?
Yes.
As a group. And how do you all like each other? Do you all get on? Or?
Yeah, we get along just
The
fine.
dreaded question. How do you all get on?
Yes,
We get along just
Great.
fine, yeah.
You get and you like being together and
Yeah.
you all turn up at the right time and do all
Right.
the right things and everything
Exactly.
else.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing? And of course, Terri, who is their manager, she keeps you, together and everything
Yeah.
happening and what have you. So those are the two things coming up. You've got anything coming up for Christmas at all?
Oh, well, we can't give you too much info
Right.
yet, but those are the big
Be on
things
the
that we're
lookout.
focusing
Big
on
things, so
yet.
We're going to keep it going
And we
like
have
this.
a lot of music coming out, our new single,
Yeah,
First
I've got-
Chance.
Oh, we're going to sing that now?
Oh, yeah?
Yes,
You want to hear
it is
that?
right.
Of course I do. Let's go for it.
The first chance, sense of sensitivity.
The first chance, no need for insecurity.
The first chance,
Satisfy your loneliness.
First chance,
Show you what love is.
know everything will be alright. Give me that first chance.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, you are amazing. You're so together. But you go up and you go down. Oh my. So when did you start singing?
Well, I've been singing literally all my life. I grew up in a musical family.
And how old are you now?
I am 26 now.
You're 26.
I was singing for Tawag ng Tanghalan, which is a singing contest in the Philippines. So
You're
I'm
Filipino?
Yes, I am Filipino. I'm the pioneer champion to the United States version
Oh, how
in 1999.
1999. Wow. Now what about you, young lady?
I've been singing since I was a little girl. My parents grew up singing probably since I was like
It's all in
6
the
years
family
old.
then.
Yeah,
You've
yeah.
got a family thing going.
And I'd have to piggyback off that. I grew up in church, singing since I was 3, singing and acting, musicals.
Do you know, the church is a great thing for so many young people.
Yeah.
As youngsters, you go to church and then you bring your children and they sing in the choir.
Yeah.
And then you find out, they've got a voice.
Yeah.
And sort of like, wow, what happened? And it's absolutely amazing. It's
We
incredible.
also have a film coming up.
Yeah.
The movie is
Oh.
exciting.
Through the
Yes.
eyes of a child.
Yeah, and I'll actually be
minute,
starring in that movie.
You're
as
in the
well,
starring in the
lead.
movie. What's
Yeah.
it called?
Stand Through the Eyes of a Child.
Stand Through the Eyes of a Child. The title, what does that mean? What is that? I know what it means, but I mean, what does it mean?
It's
as
a
movie?
musical,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
It's a
Yeah, it's
musical.
a musical, yeah.
Oh, how incredible. The whole thing is, and you playing one of the leads?
Yes.
And who else?
I'm playing a supporting.
Yeah, we're gonna be
Okay.
supporting.
Yeah, so you're all
Supporting
so,
leads
so
named
hang in a
Ninon.
second. How did you get? Well, I can tell how to get it. Can you imagine being this beautiful and having no hair? And all I do is I think, how can I dress my hair? What am I going to do with my hair? You don't have to worry.
No, not at all. I just get right up.
You just get,
Right,
she just
yeah,
gets right up and
just
has a
go.
coffee or a tea or whatever she has. How can anybody reach you out there?
You can keep up with us on YouTube. Our social media should be dropping very, very soon.
Okay, so it's the Funky Divas.
The Funky Divas.
Yes.
Funky Divas on YouTube.
Yes.
And the name of the CD again, so that they know?
Oh, the single is First Chance. Yes.
First Chance is coming out.
Yes.
And so they can meet you. Is that the only place that we're at Facebook? You on Facebook, any of those social
All
media?
of that.
Singles on Spotify.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and
Spotify.
iTunes.
And
Yeah.
iTunes, yes.
Anywhere else? We don't want to miss anything. We want to make sure you're out there.
Yeah,
believe
yeah.
maybe all-
And then
is
you
it
can
also-
find tickets to
yeah.
our shows on Ticketmaster.
Yeah.
You just look the
Ticketmaster,
Funky
that's all.
Divas.
That's Funky Divas on
Yeah.
Ticketmaster.
Press
Absolutely
into
amazing.
awareness, Shaka Khan, it'll come up.
Yeah.
Yeah, put Shaka Khan in there. And what date was that again?
October 14th.
14th.
And then also October 21st.
And then October in Vegas on the 21st. So the first one is Pasadena, the 14th. Second one is the 21st in Las Vegas at the M Hotel.
Yes.
M Resort, actually.
Yes.
Well, I don't know what to say because they're just amazing. I just like to say maybe I wish I was young again and I could be a singer. Then I could join the group. Absolutely amazing. I just want to thank the art house theatres down here in the art district. Absolutely wonderful. They've given us, they're actually our sponsors now, and they're taking care of us and doing everything for us. I also want to thank the social media shows, and also, of course, my dear, sweet, wonderful producer, Pureza. And this is amazing. And this group, the Funky Divas, don't forget, check them out. They're absolutely amazing. We will be back next week. Thank you all for watching. Without you, nothing happens. Take care. See you next week.